Hi, I'm Kenzie from Purva Paschimad Yoga. Today we're doing just a 30-minute slow flow, focusing on the spine. So a slower flow, we'll hold things for a little bit longer, we'll also move slower. So if you're used to traditional vinyasa class pace, this will feel just a touch slower. And we'll focus on moving the spine in all different directions and also strengthening a bit the core and our back to maintain a nice healthy spine. So I hope you enjoy. We're going to start off right away on our bolster if you have one. If not, that's all right. If you have your bolster, just lay it down in front of you and you're going to take a child's pose with your chest on the bolster. If you don't have a bolster, then just a regular child's pose is fine too. Come to lie down on the bolster. Let your gaze fall to one side. Whether or not you are on a bolster, so to let the weight of the body sink down into the support, into the earth. And once you feel settled, you feel anchored onto the mat. Your attention withdraws from the senses outwards, withdraws from the outer world, and starts to pull in towards your center. And as you start to pull in towards the center, animate the breath a bit more so it starts to take up more space. It creates more potency, more dynamism in the body. You can switch the direction of the gaze. If you're looking one way, make sure you do it even on both sides. And as you deepen the breath, send the breath especially into the back of the body. So you might even feel like the front body stays fairly still as you breathe, and you're really breathing deeply into the back of the ribs, between the shoulders, your kidneys, even your low back, like as if the flesh on your sacrum could breathe. All together, let's take a deep breath in, filling up the back body. Out the mouth, exhale. And again, inhale. Out the mouth, exhale. One more cycle like this. Fill up the back body especially. Really breathe deeply. Exhale, fully release. And start to draw yourself up out of your child's pose, off of your bolster, if you were on it. And we're going to come right away down onto our belly. So again, you can make a little pillow for the forehead with the hands. Rest your forehead on the hands. Start to dig or carve a little hole out of the floor with your pubic bones, so you're pressing down with the front of the hips into the floor. And keep that deep breathing in through the back body. Filling up the back of the ribs, the kidneys, between the shoulder blades. Exhale fully. Inhale fully to the top of the breath.
Hold the breath in for the count of 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale. Gently lift the head off of the hands. Take your left arm, make a 90-degree angle off to the left. Take your right foot, trace it behind you, roll onto the left side. If this is a lot for your head, place it on a block. Your right hand can stay on the floor, or you can drop your right arm behind your back. Taking extra care to take really deep intentional breaths here, especially in the beginning as we're warming up the body and it's starting to open. Anywhere you feel a lot of resistance, try and breathe into those spaces. And exhale is going to draw you back onto your belly, and we'll come to the other side, 90-degree angle with your right arm, left leg traces behind you this time. Again, attention for the neck. You can place your head on a block if that feels better. Left hand either on the floor or drop it behind your back. Gently pulling the shoulder blades together. Bringing that Ujjayi breath a little bit more lively here as we start to warm up, so you can constrict the vocal cords, add some sound to the breath. And exhale, come back onto the belly. Slide your palms down by your low waist. Press the tops of the feet into the floor and lifting up into baby cobra. Little weight in the hands. You can even almost hover the fingertips off of the floor, and then exhale, lower down. Inhale, lift up. Exhale. Last time. Pause here, exhale. Draw the shoulder blades a little closer together. Press the tops of the feet down, your pubic bone down. Squeeze your bum. Exhale, soften. Tuck your toes under. Bend your left knee. Send the sole of the left foot to the ceiling and your left knee comes off the floor. Contract your hamstring. Hold for 3, 2, 1. Release. Exhale. Other side. Right knee bends. Sole of the right foot towards the ceiling. Contracting the hamstring and the right glute. Hold for 3, 2, 1. Release. Untuck the toes, press the tops of the feet down once again. This time a little bit more weight in the hands as you inhale, come up to a fuller cobra. Keep squeezing the bum, sending the hips into the floor, drawing the shoulder blades together. Think about reaching longer through the spine, drawing the chest forwards and up. Exhale, gently roll back down, touching the belly first, chest and shoulders. Lift the legs off the floor and the head and shoulders off the floor, and we'll stay here. Contracting the backs of the legs, drawing the shoulder blades together. Exhale, reach the arms behind you, plant the tops of the hands, the backs of the hands into the floor. Keep lifting, reaching forwards with the chest. One more breath. Exhale, stay lifted through the chest, simply bend the knees, reach back for your feet, don't grab your feet. You're going to press
into the palms with the heels of your hands and the heels of your feet. Your knees might gently lift off the floor, contracting the glutes and the hamstrings. Last breath in. Gently release the legs down. Chest comes down. One ear to the floor. Sink the weight down into the mat to breathe deeply into your back body, into the flesh of your sacrum. Firm up through the legs, press the tops of the feet down. Place your hands by your waist. Inhale, baby cobra, full cobra, or maybe straight into your upward facing dog. And then exhale, bend through the knees, and you're gonna come all the way back into a child's pose. Inhale, draw yourself forwards to a tabletop position. Tuck the toes, hover the knees off the floor. We'll just warm up through the wrists, engage the core a bit, warming up through the legs. So you can gently rock the weight forwards into your fingers and bring it back into your legs. Make sure that your core is engaged. You're resisting the downward movement of gravity, and you're pressing away from the floor. Exhale, lower the knees to the floor, untuck the toes, tilt your pelvis forwards, lifting the pubic bone up, the chest reaches forward, inhale. Exhale all the way back to your child's pose. Focus on tucking the tail and reaching the navel back towards the heels, accentuating a curve in the low back. Inhale, shift forwards, tilt the pelvis, lift the chest. Exhale, child's pose, reaching the navel back to the heels, tucking the tail. Two more, accentuating these two curves of the spine. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Reach the chest away from the belly. Exhale. Coming back up. Tuck the toes. And lengthen your legs out behind you. We'll come into a full plank. Slowly lower the knees to the floor. Contract your glutes, let the hips move forwards. Keep squeezing the glutes as your hips land onto the floor. You're in a cobra, inhale, and then exhale, slowly lower belly and chest to the floor. Tuck the toes, press back all the way to child's pose. Inhale, come forwards. We'll meet in our plank. Bend the knees, sink your hips back over top of the heels so you're really loading up the weight in your legs. Inhale, come forward to your plank. Exhale, sit back in your squat. Inhale. Exhale, squat. Inhale. Lower the knees, squeeze the bum, and roll the hips towards the floor. Strong through the legs, reaching the chest forwards, cobra. Exhale, lower all the way down. Tuck the toes, press yourself back, child's pose. Inhale, come forwards all the way back to your plank. Exhale, bend the knees, sink into your squat. Inhale, plank. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Rolling into your plank.
This time let the hips swing through. You can turn to the tops of the feet, squeezing the bum. Still, keep resisting from the floor. You're in an upward facing dog. And then exhale, lower the hips down and lower the chest all the way down. Tuck the toes. This time you're lifting straight up to your plank, and you'll pike the hips up into a downward facing dog. Keep the bend in your knees. Walk your hands all the way back to your feet. Deep bend in the knees. Hold onto your opposite elbows. Let the weight of your head hang down. Any tension, stress, resistance through the shoulders and neck, let it run and release off the crown of the head. Heavy through the heels, slowly start to roll all the way up to standing, being specific about tucking the tailbone first, and then rolling vertebrae by vertebrae all the way up. When you get there, grab hold of your shoulders, tilt towards the right, and then round forwards. Really curling through the upper spine here, tilt to the left, and then back. And then we'll go the other way, and forwards, to the side, and back. Draw the chin into your chest, and we'll roll all the way back down, starting from the top of your spine, vertebrae by vertebrae through your middle back, low back near sacrum, and all the way back down. Walk your hands back out to your plank. Inhale here, lower your knees. Exhale, hips lower to the floor. Cobra, lower the belly all the way down. Tuck the toes, press back up to your plank. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, roll forward to your plank. Lower the knees, untuck the toes, squeeze the bum as your hips come all the way down. Cobra, inhale. Exhale, lower the belly, chest, and shoulders. Tuck the toes, inhale. Plank. Exhale, down dog. Walk your hands back towards your feet. Deep bend in the knees as you drape over the thighs. Heavy through the tail, rolling up to standing, starting from the base of the spine, middle, and upper back. Grab hold of your shoulders, go to the left this time, and then curl forwards, to the right, and back. Other direction to the right, curl forwards, to the left, and back. Drawing the chin towards your chest and curling back down, starting from the top of the spine this time. Upper back, middle back, lower back. Imagining your spine is peeling vertebrae by vertebrae off the wall behind you. And then draping over the legs. Walk your hands back forwards, coming into your plank. Inhale here. And then once again, exhale, sweeping the hips forwards. Come into your upward facing dog. Strong legs, resist the floor. Reach the chest forwards, inhale. And exhale, hips land down, belly, chest, shoulders roll down. Tuck the toes, inhale. Plank. Exhale, down dog. Keep resisting through the floor here in your down dog. Nice wide fingers, long waist. Hips are reaching up behind you. Keep the front ribs fairly contained. Feel a doming contraction through the low belly. And then imagine that your heels in your down dog are going to draw towards one another so that you feel a contraction, a lightening of the inner lines of the legs all the way up to the pelvic floor. So the legs are very active. The arches of the feet are lifted. And then you'll lift the right leg up behind you, drawing the heel up first, nice and square with the hips. And then exhale, draw the heel back down, but keep the foot off of the floor. So you're needing to draw the hip crease up towards the belly. Inhale, right leg lifts up. Exhale. 3, 4, 5. Exhale. Right away to the other side. Left leg lifts up. Draw the heel up first. Nice long line from the left heel to the left glute. And then exhale. Swing the foot back down. Hover it off of the floor so you're contracting. You're drawing the left hip up into the hip socket. Inhale, lift. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Last time. Exhale. Feet side by side. Bend through the knees, look forwards. Make your way up to the top of the mat. Long spine, inhale. Deep bend in the knees, exhale as you drape over the thighs. Heavy through the heels and the tail, rolling up vertebrae by vertebrae. Placing each segment of the spine along the wall behind you. Reach the arms forwards and up when you get there. And exhale, reach the arms behind you. You're going to hinge the hips. Keep the weight centered in your feet. Arms come forwards. Keep the belly engaged, the navel lifted, nice and strong in the back here. And then exhale, fold. You can bend the knees once again and drape over the thighs. Lengthen the spine, inhale. Step back with your left foot, exhale. Drop the knee down. Squeeze the left glute as you do so. And then exhale, sit the hips back, lengthen your right leg, half split. Exhale. Inhale, reach the right hip further back behind you. Exhale, firm up through the right thigh and draw yourself in towards the right leg. Shift the weight back forwards, plant your hands, step all the way back to your downward facing dog. Not staying here for very long. Shift the weight back forwards, shoulders over top of your wrists. Draw your right knee into your nose and purposefully round your upper back. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, knee to nose, weight comes forwards. Exhale, down dog. 2 more. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Lift your right leg up. Exhale, draw it all the way through to the front. Drop the back knee down. Inhale. Exhale, send the hips back, lengthen the right leg. Strong right leg. Press the heel down into the floor and then contract the belly to fold deeper. Shift the weight forwards, breath in.
Exhale, both feet to the top of the mat. Long spine, inhale. Fold, exhale. Step the right foot back. Breath in, drop your knee down. Squeeze the bum here a little bit so that you're sending the right hip forwards. And then exhale, shift the hips back, half split. Keep reaching the left hip crease back. And keep firm through the left thigh so that you can fold a little deeper. Shift the weight forward, inhale, plant the hands, step back, down dog, light touch with the foot, and then inhale, come forward, shoulders over top of your wrists, left knee to your nose, nice and round through the spine. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, come forwards. So curving the upper spine like we did as we rolled up and down from standing. Exhale, down dog. 2 more. Inhale. Exhale. So trying to articulate and round different parts of the spine here. And of course, engage the core. Downward dog. Left leg lifts up. Exhale, draw it through. Drop your back knee down. Exhale, half split. Shift the weight forward, inhale. Exhale, feet side by side. Lengthen the spine, inhale, and fold. Heavy tail, heavy heels, curl. All the way up to standing. Arms reach forward and up. And exhale, interlace the fingers behind your back. Bend into the knees, draw the shoulder blades together, lift the center of the chest. You can start to straighten the legs here if that feels okay. Find a bit of an extension through the upper spine. And exhale, rebend through the knees, folding forwards, belly to thighs. Interlace hands, fall over the head. Release the hands to the floor. We'll do that one more time. Step the left foot back behind you. Inhale. Drop the back knee. Half split. Shift the weight forwards. Exhale. Downward facing dog. Knee to nose. Inhale. Down dog. Knee to nose. Downward dog. This time roll forward to your plank. Hips swing through, flip to the tops of the feet. Keep your legs firm, your glutes firm. Shoulder blades come together. Inhale. Lower the hips to the floor. And slowly lower the belly, chest down. Inhale. And then exhale. Press yourself back to a child's pose. Hips to heels, drawing the navel back towards the back of your mat. Walk your arms to the left side. Feel a lengthening of the spine. On the opposite side, the right side of the body, sending your breath there. Come back through center. Arms reach to the right side. This time you're going to feel the stretch through the left side of the body as the left side of the spine elongates. Walk the hands back to center. Inhale, Come back up to your tabletop. Tuck the toes, hover the knees. Resisting the floor, keeping the belly strong. And exhale, hips up and back, downward facing dog. And again, inhale, roll forward, hovering table. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale, downward facing dog. Right leg lifts. And draw it through. Back knee down. Inhale. Exhale, half split. Belly draws into the fold. Shift the weight back forwards. And exhale, feet side by side. Long spine as the chest reaches from the hips. And exhale, fold. Right foot steps back. Inhale. Exhale, reach the hips back, half split. Keep reaching back through the left hip crease, strong through the left leg. Shift the weight back forwards. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, knee to nose. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, knee to nose. And downward facing dog. Roll forward to your plank. Exhale, lower all the way to the belly, this time nice and slow. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, lower down. Tuck your toes. Inhale, plank. Pike the hips up, downward facing dog. Bring your feet together. Gaze forwards, inhale. Exhale, bending at the knees, loading up the legs, sink the hips back. And jump the feet through, or step or hop the feet through. Simply keep the legs straight here. Legs are firm, sit bones are rooting down, and just reach up. Try and avoid leaning back or too far forwards. Try and keep a nice straight spine, nice and contained through the hips and the lower abdominals, and you're reaching up. One by one, bend and plant your feet on the floor. Draw your belly a little closer to the thighs, inhale. And then once again, exhale, you're gonna roll all the way down. Same thing, vertebrae by vertebrae, trying to touch each segment of the spine along the floor individually. When you get to the floor, reach your arms behind you, dig your heels into the floor and lift the hips up. So it's a long plank. A long bridge. Your glutes are squeezing, the hamstrings are contracted, so they're shortened. Hips are lifting up. And then exhale, lower the hips down. Start by tucking the chin to the chest, and you're gonna come all the way back up, this time peeling each segment of the spine off of the floor until you get up to where you started. Here, shift the weight back a touch, coming into boat, either knees bent or legs straight. We hold for 3, 2, 1. Feet come to the floor. Inhale, same thing. Exhale, tucking the tail, segment by segment, the spine rolls down. When you get to the floor, press the heels down. Inhale, lift the hips up. Exhale, hips come down. Chin to chest, roll, peel each tiny segment of the spine off
One at a time, all the way back up, and boat pose. We'll add a twist, inhale, exhale, twist to the left, through center, twist to the right. Inhale, exhale, feet to the floor. Last time, reach up, rolling back down, 4, 3, 2, 1. Press your heels into the floor. Lift the hips up. 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale. Chin to chest. Peel yourself back up. 4, 3, 2, 1. Navasana boat pose. 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Cross of the ankles. Send the feet back behind you, coming into your plank. Inhale and exhale, lower all the way down. Untuck the toes. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, slide the hips all the way back. Wide knees, child's pose. Drawing yourself back up to your table. Tuck the toes. Pike the hips up and back. Downward facing dog. Coming to our seat once again, either by hopping or stepping your legs through. Inhale, bending the knees. Exhale, sinking the hips back, coiling through the legs. And hop through. Forward fold, legs straight out in front of you. Take an inhale, and then exhale as you fold over. Nice strong legs. The legs are super active. The feet are flexed as if you're standing on the floor. In fact, the legs are engaged as if you are standing on the floor. Hands can lower anywhere down. And then exhale, we stay for 5. And 4. Two. And 1. Gently roll yourself back up to a seat. Baddha Konasana, bring the soles of the feet together. The hips are wide, the knees are wide, sorry. Take your peace fingers or grab your feet around the toes. As you open up the legs, try and draw the pubic bone and the hips towards the heels a little bit. You're going to squeeze your bum, so contract the outer edges of the hips so that your knees come a little bit closer to the floor. And we'll stay for 5. Reaching out through the crown of the head. Slide the ears back over the shoulders so the head comes in line with the spine. 3. 2. And 1. Release that. You can cross the legs in a comfortable seated position. You can sit up onto a bolster if you have, or onto a block. You can sit on your knees if that's more comfortable. And when you find whatever seat works for you, close down the eyes, rest the arms, the hands along the legs.
If you're using Ujjayi pranayama in your practice, you can let that go. Let the breath soften, return to its natural rhythm, its natural amplitude. And as the breath recedes and retreats a little bit further in towards center, let your awareness and your attention follow that and be drawn further in towards yourself. So withdrawing the senses from the external environment, focusing them on your internal world. And here, let's feel the breath as it moves along the spine. So specifically drawing your attention to the movement of your breath, as if it could travel up and down the spine. Feeling the pattern of your breath. Feeling how it relates to the spine. If you have time, please continue in your meditation, focusing on your breath, focusing on the length of your spine. If you would like to close up your meditation and move into Shavasana, please go ahead. Either way, spend as much time as you would like in either your meditation or your Shavasana. Hope you enjoyed this practice, and I hope we'll practice together again soon. The light in me bows to the light in you. Namaste.